Be ready. He been asking for this fight for a minute too. So, he got it.
But I will say this. This is the fight people wanted to see. I like when fighters are not afraid and to give the people what they want.
Coming to get him.
You would approach it differently.
Yeah.
Gervonta Davis has announced plans to return to the boxing ring during a recent interview with Shannon Sharpe. The boxing star said he is preparing for another big fight after a period of inactivity.
Davis is rumored to return this summer at 140 pounds versus Pitbull Cruz.
Gervonta Davis out of the driver's seat. Cannot pick and choose who he fights anymore, I don't think. I think he needs a tough fight like this one. Because he said it out loud. I don't want to fight that guy again. That hard-headed guy. I don't want to fight him.
Picking Cruz over Roach. Interesting.
He doesn't want to see Roach.
It's at 140, too. It's not at 135. Yeah. This is all rumors, by the way. I mean, this is him going finally to 140, where there are some massive fights for Davis. If he comes back as a full-time fighter, we could potentially see Shakur and Davis at 140.
Reports suggest negotiations are underway for a potential rematch with Isaac Cruz later this year. Boxing insiders have confirmed the news, creating major buzz in the sport as fans have long anticipated this rematch.
Davis was supposed to fight Jake Paul in November, had legal issues, hasn't fought since March of last year when he fought against Lamont Roach. I'm told that he's in advanced talks right now to fight a rematch against Pitbull Cruz that would be at 140 rather than 135 like the first fight this summer. I expect it to happen.
Devin Haney reacted to the news, saying fans aren't interested in the matchup. Haney claimed nobody asked for that fight and suggested people would rather see Davis face bigger opponents, criticizing the bout as something boxing fans didn't request.
Like Pitbull Cruz, it's just a fight that no one asked for.
Good First fight was good and it's plausible and their names, but it's not like there's this great demand.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that it won't make up to be a good fight. They have two styles that clash, and I think it will be a good fight, but it's just a fight that no one asked for.
Who would you like to see Gervonta fight?
I think that everyone wanted to see him, do the Lamont Roach rematch.
Yeah, it's unfinished business there.
But look, I do like this fight. I like Devin said. They fought in December 2021. It was a very good fight. Some people thought that Pitbull almost pulled it out, right? It was very close, down the stretch. He took it on short notice, Max. And let's not forget, Pitbull's coming off of a draw with Roach. So Pitbull was impressive in that fight. A lot of people picked Roach. It was a legitimate draw.
Haney also criticized Davis, calling him an underachiever despite his talent. Haney said Davis can achieve much more in boxing, but hasn't fully tested himself against the best fighters. He added that Davis has the skills to reach a higher level if he takes bigger challenges.
I mean, I think that, Gervonta Davis, I think that he's a, really good fighter. I think that he's an underachiever. I think that he has so much talent. I think that, his outside issues is, stopping him from, reaching his full potential, and him just not, wanting to test himself against the best fighters in the
Max Kellerman also joined Devin Haney and said Gervonta Davis needs to fight top rivals like Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney to build a true legacy. Kellerman argued that Davis still lacks defining fights against elite opponents that can cement his place in boxing history.
See Gervonta fight Shakur, or fight Devin, or fight come on, Devin and Ryan fought, Shakur and Teo fought. These guys are calling out each other. They want to fight. They're the best, and Gervonta should be in that group. He makes different kinds of business decisions. That's on him. He's done well in certain ways, but in other ways, when you tell the truth about what happened, the story of the era, he was the lightweight champion of the world. He's trying to become the welterweight champion of the world, and Gervonta is not interested in that. So that story has to be
attraction, but he doesn't really have a legacy. He doesn't leave
behind a legacy. And I also remember if I'm not mistaken, when I was at 140, they were saying that I was too big for Gervonta. Gervonta was saying that, come down to 135 for us to fight. We'd have to fight at 135. And now he's going up to 140 and fighting Pitbull Cruz, who's really not even, I wouldn't say he's even a real 140 pounder.
However, Sharpe defended Gervonta Davis after criticism from Haney and others. Sharpe said fans still want to watch Davis fight and praised him for taking on challengers. He added that Tank doesn't avoid opponents and is willing to face anyone who steps up to fight him.
I don't know why I like Tank Davis, and I'm upset with Earl Spence Jr. and Bud Crawford because they ducking one another. One of them is the #1 fighter in the division. He wants to fight the number 20th guy. The other guy is the second or third guy, and he wants to fight the number 13th guy. Fight each other. This is why you guys don't get the credit that you deserve, like what they did in the 80s when Leonard and Hagler and Hearns and Duran and the Fifth Horseman, Iran Barkley, they fought each other. In the 70s, the heavyweight, Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Norton, Skip, they fought each other. Why are you ducking and dodging one another? You got the business to fight. Now you want to pick fights Oh man, I don't want to mess up my undefeated record. I want to try to make much money as I possibly can. That's why y'all don't get the praise. That's why y'all don't get.
Gervonta Davis has taken a break from boxing amid mounting legal troubles. Just 2 weeks before the fight, Davis faced a major legal setback when his former girlfriend filed a civil lawsuit in Miami-Dade County.
This is not the first time Davis has made headlines for his run-ins with the law involving domestic violence. I tried to speak with him back in 2022 as he bonded out of the Broward County Jail for allegedly hitting his ex-girlfriend outside of his Parkland home, causing injuries to her face. In 2020, he was seen on video grabbing his ex-girlfriend by the throat at a celebrity basketball game. While Davis is known for his fight in the ring, it is his fight with the law that he is facing off with once again. And Davis is expected to face a judge at some point today, likely this afternoon. We will be there for...
The complaint alleged that on October 27, 2025, Davis confronted the woman at a Miami nightclub where she worked and misconducted her. The lawsuit also claimed that he had previously attacked her several times during their relationship.
In 2025, 3 months before this alleged incident, the boxer was arrested on a battery charge, accused of assaulting the mother of his children on Father's Day. This is video of him not speaking to cameras when he was released from TGK. The charges were dropped. In 2023, he was charged with battery, accused of slapping a woman. Florida prosecutors dropped that charge after the victim said she did not wish to proceed. In 2020, he turned himself in after this video that appears to show him grabbing the mother of his child out of her seat at a charity boxing.
Antonio Tarver, a veteran voice in boxing, expressed concern over Gervonta Davis's recent legal troubles and stressed that success in the ring is not enough on its own.
I wouldn't say it's a big shock to a lot of us, but, there's this mindset, the fight with Lamont's not signed yet. Apparently he's going to fight Jake Paul. Like, it's put in and out of boxing right now.
Hey, man, I don't know, but, get these guys the bag so they can get the hell on if they not committed and dedicated to the sport. All they want is a bag. Give them a bag so they can go, bro. I mean, let these fighters that really want it, let's parade them. Let's get behind them. Let's support them. Let's build them. I'm not saying I don't know what happened. But I just hope and pray that young man get it together. He's at the top of his career, prime of his career. I would want him to be remembered more by the things that he's doing in the ring rather than out. But, sometimes you got to win in life, too, before you can get in that ring and win.
He urged Tank to take a hard look at his personal life and grow beyond just being a great athlete.
Sometimes life is harder than any opponent that we could face. And I just hope he get it together, bro. I feel like a lot of these young men don't have no mentors, bro. It ain't no more handlers in the game, bro. It ain't nobody taking care of the camp. These guys out here on their own frequency, bro. And I just think there's no more leaders in the game, bro. They're not going to where that real energy is that can really humble these guys a little bit. We only got a short period of time to be professional boxers. This is over quick, bro. And you don't ever want to live with no regrets. That'll hunt you, bro. That'll hunt you when you know you had the ability to be the best.
His recent arrest adds to a list of past allegations against Davis. 2 years ago, he was taken into custody on similar charges involving misconduct toward a woman. That case had also gained widespread media coverage with discussions about his behavioral history resurfacing in public debates. The repeated nature of these incidents raises concern about whether Davis has taken meaningful steps to address his past mistakes, or if similar patterns are simply being repeated without any intervention.
We're learning more about his criminal history. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live in Fort Lauderdale with all of the latest developments. Roy.
Sanella and Louie, and we just obtained the 911 calls made by this alleged victim, and in it you can hear her screaming to that dispatcher to send help because she is in fear for her life. Hey, Devontae, what do you have to say about the charges against you? No words from 28-year-old star boxer Gervonta Davis as he bonded out of the Broward County Jail Wednesday, a day after he was arrested for allegedly hitting a woman at his Parkland home. Did you punch that woman in the face? Davis facing a Broward County judge hours earlier for the domestic battery.
In December 2022, Davis faced significant backlash when he was arrested following allegations of misconduct against a woman. That incident made headlines across sports media. Additionally, video evidence from a separate incident in a basketball club showed him grabbing the mother of his children in public, which quickly went viral and drew sharp criticism. These repeated displays of poor judgment suggest a deeper issue with behavior in high-pressure or emotional moments, prompting calls for more serious accountability. Previously, it was reported that Gervonta Davis had taken a break from boxing amid mounting legal troubles.
Talking to her, can she provide all them information to you?
Well, let me ask you this. What I was just talking to her. What if she told me that you beat the out of her and you jumped on top of her and started punching her in the face? Should I just go ahead and take that?
Okay, but don't you know?
It's your side of the story. Give your side.
Have you just talking to her though? What the information that she gave you? Can she tell you?
You want me to just take everything she says?
I'm not from here.
Okay, but you want me to just take everything she says as fact?
All I'm just saying is I'm not from here. I don't know her exact address.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not asking for her exact address. How did she get here?
She drove with my car. Yes, my car.
To get here?
Yes, my car.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you give her that car?
No, I did not.
Did you let her drive that car?
Yes.
17 Bravo 3 copy now.
Well, she got here. From wherever she lives, she drove the car here. So she takes the car.
Davis has acknowledged his struggles with controlling his anger and has publicly apologized for past incidents. In interviews and statements following earlier legal troubles, he admitted that his actions were wrong and expressed regret for the harm caused to others. Davis emphasized that he is actively working on himself by attending anger management classes, aiming to better handle conflicts and emotions both inside and outside the ring. He has said that boxing has always been his outlet, but he recognizes the need for professional guidance to prevent personal issues from escalating into legal problems.
That's going on. He appeared on the Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer and talked about the incident. Like I said, admitting that he made a mistake, of course he did, and said that he is seeking professional help for an anger management problem. Take a look.
I was just mad, and once I seen her, I grabbed her by her neck. I just told, I grabbed her like I should, like, you gotta get out of here, type thing. Like, and I probably was wrong for doing that. I was wrong for doing that, but it was so much of it, not me trying to hit her or it's just me. You know how like somebody you angry at a kid? I'm a fighter. If I touch you in any kind of way, like as far as fists, I'm gonna hurt you. So it wasn't that. It was just me removing her from that situation that she didn't supposed to be in.
Does Gervonta have an anger problem?
No, I have. I say a little, just a little. Yes, I had to talk to somebody professional. It wasn't because I have to. It's more so because of the situation. Just like in the future, know how to deal with stuff in the future.
Of course, I want to applaud Gervonta for seeing a professional and acknowledging that he needs help. But at the same time, you're 25 years old. Yeah, I mean, it still looks like he's trying to kind of explain it away. Yeah.
It is deeply disappointing to see a champion like Gervonta Davis become entangled in serious controversies, especially when they appear to stem from struggles with controlling his actions outside the boxing ring. Tank Davis is widely regarded as one of the most naturally talented fighters of his generation. He rose from extremely difficult circumstances, overcoming adversity through years of discipline, relentless training, and undeniable skill to reach the highest level of the sport. His journey from humble beginnings to world champion has inspired many fans who admire his resilience and determination. However, situations like this risk overshadowing his achievements and damaging the legacy he has worked so hard to build. Outside the ring issues can quickly distract from an athlete's accomplishments and change how the public views them.
I'm going to sit up there in front. I'm disgusted in Gervonta Tank Davis because this young man is a champion. And when I say a champion, he's really, really a champion in life. Beat all the odds, and you're about to throw everything away because you got a problem with your hand.
Max Kellerman strongly criticized the proposed rematch involving Gervonta Davis, saying the fight looks more like a money grab than a meaningful boxing matchup. Kellerman argued that Davis is choosing fights that generate big pay-per-view revenue rather than facing the most dangerous opponents in his division. He suggested that instead of taking easier or commercial rematches, Davis should fight elite rivals like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney to build a stronger legacy.
I gotta say, Devin, I get it, like everyone fights for money. We're not stupid. This is prize fighting. This is your business, how you make a living. But I do get the feeling that Gervonta has been kind of more upfront about, man, I'm fighting for the money. So he's doing his thing. But there's trade-offs to this. I get the feeling like you are, yes, you're fighting for the money, but you're also interested in proving your greatness and leaving a legacy. And so there are trade-offs. Gervonta, I'm not anti-Gervonta. I'm just stating as a fact, when you make those business decisions, you never wind up fighting Lomachenko and winning that fight. You're not the actual champ. You just have a belt. You've made a lot of money. Maybe you're being smart. I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying then when we talk about who is the actual champion.
Many boxing fans and analysts are calling the proposed rematch a money grab because it seems to contradict what Davis has said in the past. After their first fight in December 2021, a close unanimous decision that saw Cruz go the full 12 rounds, Davis repeatedly suggested he didn't want an immediate rematch and downplayed the idea in interviews, even implying other opponents would be better for his career or that rematches weren't necessary. Now, with talks of a Cruz rematch being in advanced negotiations for summer 2026, critics argue it's more about financial gain than competitive legacy. Since the fight lacks the same prestige as bouts with top-ranked stars like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney, many feel Davis's choice reflects business motives, especially after canceled plans with bigger crossover opponents.
His brother said he wanted a rematch years after, when he said initially that Pitbull Cruz doesn't deserve a rematch.
Does this deserve a rematch?
Hell no. Bullshit. Bullshit. Listen up. First of all, when I saw those X posts, right, and you're seeing them everywhere, right? You see all these things, and I'm not going to read them all to you, but I mean, Gervonta was on X getting busy, post after post after post. By the time I saw it, I tried to go and find the post myself, and the guy deactivated his account again. So when Tank posts, you got to be on it. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I told you guys I'm not going to talk about Gervonta unless he's talking about fight. Obviously, he's talking about fight. The funny thing is, Pitbull Cruz, he responded to a potential rematch against Lamont Roach by saying that he ain't Tank, he'd give a rematch.
Okay, do the fans want a rematch? Do you guys want a rematch? I'm not Gervonta Davis. I'm ready for a rematch right away.
Discussion about a potential rematch between Tank and Pitbull has intensified after the recent fight between Lamont Roach Jr. and Cruz ended in a draw. Many fans and analysts felt that Cruz performed better and should have been awarded the victory, which has sparked renewed debate within the boxing community. Some prominent boxing figures also shared similar views. Errol Spence Jr., who attended the fight, reportedly believed Cruz did enough to win. Fighter Frank Martin expressed a similar opinion, saying Cruz appeared to edge the contest. These reactions have fueled ongoing conversations about rankings.
They said hell no to a rematch against Pitbull Cruz, and he followed that up. His next closest fight, like the closest you can get is a draw, was against Roach, and that rematch didn't happen. So regardless of whatever reason why the rematch didn't happen, it didn't happen. So Lamont Roach fight Pitbull, that results in a draw, and then Gervonta says that he wants not Lamont Roach, but Pitbull hit the Tyson belt. And that may be because a lot of people perceive Pitbull as the victor.
Honestly think Pitbull pulled it off. I think he was a little more aggressive.
It was a good fight. I think Cruz may pull it out. I think Cruz pulled that out.
And it was a great fight. I had it kind of close. You know, I did think, Cruz edged a little bit, but Lamont kept his composure. And it was a great fight. Hopefully they have another fight.